Fawn fam! Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. As always, there will be timestamps listed down below so you can jump around, and if you love what you see, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and thumbs this video up. I do try to post as regularly as possible with as many new releases, fresh content, and just everything that is beauty, because I am a beauty addict. So turning that notification bell on and being subscribed goes a long way in ensuring that you never miss out on all the fun, new content, new releases, and everything that is the Fawn family. Now, I have had this video so highly requested, and I thought that especially with it being this time of the year, it was like an appropriate time to do it. And with the release of the new Goss holiday brush, it just all made sense to just get this video filmed and put this one in the front of the line of the amount of videos that I have already filmed for you guys to cover during the duration that I will be gone on vacation. So this is going to be a video on how to get your full beat makeup. This just the face part. The eye tutorial I will link in as it gets uploaded, but this is all on complexion. I did forget to mention a final setting spray at the end. I love using the Skindinavia, the makeup finishing spray bridal. Just so you guys know, I don't know how I forgot to mention that last step, but everything else is covered in this video. And I think I mentioned my lip color in this video. Yes, I did. Okay, we're covered. So right now, though, I'm only wearing the Huda, nothing else. All right, so holy cow, you are going to learn tips and tricks, like so many, how to take your eyes, and if you have divoted eyes, how to make them fuller and bring them up to life and completely cover dark circles. You're gonna learn how to get a completely flawless base from, I can show you so many options on my favorites for tightening your pores, pore filling, because I have a secret for tightening your pores that I have never shared on camera. I share that today, and we go through 2 different color correcting on how to fill your eyes, plus I tell you a couple other tricks on filling your eyes and bringing them forward in skincare before you even get to color correcting, and those 2 steps, and then concealing and highlighting, and then a couple of different tricks when it comes to setting the eyes and brightening, as well as different powders for again blurring your pores even further. Then I talk about how to do a full cover beat face from like using a brush to a beauty sponge, and to using a foundation that is like a super concentrated one if you have any blemishes to hide. We walk through cream contour, powder contour, blush, bronzer, highlight, I mean, you name it. I give you like all of my favorite brands. I show you a bunch of like different options that are amazing, but then I demo like what is going to go with this eye look because I knew what palette I was going to use today. So I do tell you like all of my tops, and I show you my top favorites, but then I demo obviously what we're using, and I show you just so many tips and tricks, even down to eyebrows, I mean highlight. The star of the show are the 2 new Goss brushes, so there will be timestamps in case you guys are only here to see the new Goss brushes in action. I use them to contour, bronze, and highlight. I don't really recommend them so much for highlighting, believe it or not, but for contour, oh, I have found a new love of my life for contour. I think my Sonia G brush is going to be retired for contouring purposes, and this is now it. And I think this is also going to take place for bronzing and then just marrying everything together, because this was fantastic. And then I also used one of Wayne Goss's synthetic blush brushes for the first time, and I really enjoyed it too. I just haven't gotten around to using anything from his synthetic collection yet, and it was really nice. So you'll see that in action as well. So basically it's just everything for a full beat favorites, secrets, tips and tricks. I walk you through my whole routine right down to like how you should contour, where you should end your contour, how you should blush, how you should highlight, different angles, different tips and tricks around your lips, under your neck, your forehead, if you have a small forehead, small nose. I give you a trick with eyeshadow, even though I'm not using eyeshadow in this video. Like I said, with the eyebrows, there are like 4 different tips and tricks on brows. Like, there is so many goodies in this video, you really don't want to miss out, and different steps along the way that you want to do like intermittently along your makeup. You don't want to just wait until the end. I literally have like okay, there's just like, we covered all this, all right? Like, I was putting it aside and all this makeup because I can't take a picture with all this makeup and primers and everything. It's just too much. I'm gonna have to just like spread it out for an Instagram photo, and that, so you guys can see that way, because oh my gosh, it's just, there's so many like really good products in here that everybody just needs to know about. And I should probably throw a few extra, like what I just talked about, in there too, because I don't want to forget. So I really highly recommend everybody watch this video if you're curious on how to get your full beat glam face for the holidays, any special occasions, just any event that you're going to attend at any point, or if you're just curious on how these brushes work and perform, or if you just want to know how to really properly do your base makeup, or just how to get like a quick in and out look, because I even show you how to achieve like a flawless looking complexion before you even get to foundation. So there's just so much. So a lot went into this video, and I hope that you guys really want to watch it and stay tuned for the most part of it anyway, and give me your feedback along the way. I would really appreciate it. I might not have time to respond to comments, but as long as I'm hearting your comments, it means that I am reading them. Even if I haven't hearted them, it's because like I feel bad that like there were questions asked and I couldn't answer them. So just know I'm gonna heart no matter what, even if there's a question, just so I can acknowledge you, and I will try to come back because I am still really sick, and so answering comments right now is difficult. But if it's like a question that you like, it's a question that needs answering, then I'm gonna do my best to answer it for you guys, or at least do it in some kind of a follow-up video or something. So holy cow, hold on, grab a drink, grab a meal, grab something, because you're gonna want to stay tuned for everything that I have in store for you guys in this video. Alright, so I'm going to show you obviously how to beat your face to the fullest extent for like full glam cover everything up, extreme contour, highlight, the whole shebang. But I'm also going to show you other options that I also really love, not just like my one and done and that's it, because I do want to show you guys other things that I also do love, because just because this is what I'm doing today doesn't mean that it's always what I use. There's sometimes other things that I also use, and I'm going to be featuring the new Wayne Goss anniversary brush. I did buy two. I wanted to open one up and just kind of let it air out and like fluff out and do its thing, and then I wanted to open one up on camera. Even though I do want to use both of them today, I still wanted you guys to see the unboxing of this, oh, it's taped, this gorgeous brush, because wow. Now, I know Beautylicious site was like on overload, and I was there panicking for like, I think 20 minutes or so trying to get my order in. But I checked today, which is Sunday the 15th, and she's in stock or back in stock. I'm not sure. So I don't think, yeah, it kind of settled a little bit by having it open, you know, but we're good. We're gonna work with this baby. So, primer. I have different primers depending on what my skin concerns are that day. I cannot find my Sicily primer, the Double Tensor, so I can't actually show it, which is really odd. It like got legs and walked away. But I've been using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base for at least a decade now, and this one is so good if your skin is dry, because having a like dermaplaned, aka shaved face, and exfoliated face, along with being moisturized, are the three like major steps to having a flawless base. So you want to make sure if your skin feels like you need any kind of moisture, this is definitely the way to go. Now, a little secret, if you guys have enlarged pores, or you just want to have some extra tightening pore, an extra tightening pore day, bear with me, I'm really sick still with the flu, but I'm going to try to make it through this video, is the Power 10 Formula PO Effector with Houtuinia Cordata Extract. I don't know, skin safety tested 10. It's skin. This is amazing. I will link it down below. You just can buy it off of Amazon. I am an Amazon affiliate, so the link I'll be leaving is an affiliate link. I would definitely appreciate any kind of support that you guys can give me, so if you don't mind using it as an affiliate link, I would love that. If it bothers you, then just, you know, purchase it without using my link, but just so you're aware, that will be an affiliate link down below. And this is literally for pore tightening, so this is really good. And then my other two favorites are going all over the face with Tatcha, the Silk Canvas, and then using my Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer just in these areas right here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. So I do want to demo this guy for you guys, because I've never actually used it on camera. I don't know why, it's just never come up among all of my testing. So it is just kind of like a serum in texture, and it has a really weird applicator, like how it has that, and then it comes out like, it's a little bit annoying, because like it's just to get it out. Maybe it's because I haven't used it in a while, and it's been laying on its side. Maybe something's blocking it. I don't remember it being this. I haven't used it in quite some time. Ah, there we go. Okay, yeah, there was just something blocking it. So if you can see that consistency. Any kind of pore tightening, pore products, you want to put on, like this one, since it's a serum, just kind of slab it on first, but then you really want to press it into the skin afterwards. Massage it right into your pores. Here I am giving you guys a full beat face glam, and my brows are an absolute disaster because I've been in bed for 2 weeks, so sick, and I have not taken care of them. I have something that keeps following my face. Now I am going to go into my Tatcha, the silk canvas. Take about that much. And warm it up in my hand. And then spread it. Oh, it smells so good. You don't need all these products. I'm just showing you how to get like the most moisturized base, the most poreless base imaginable. Like, I mean, we are talking airbrushed. You're not gonna see anything. So now I'm gonna go in with my Tarte. And the reason I'm bringing it up over my cheekbone is so that way we can intensely glow with a highlight without showing any texture. I will even bring a little bit on my nose for that nose highlight. And if you start seeing a little bit pill, like maybe you put a little bit too much product on, just let it pill and wipe it away. Now I'm going to take my MAC Painterly Pro Longwear Paint Pot in... Why do I not see the color? I don't know. I have it listed in every product is listed down below. It's like a something, but like it's not popping out to me at all right now, and that makes no sense, and I'm really confused. But I will lay this on my eyelids first before I go in with color corrector. So that way everything can blend together afterwards. Oh, I forgot to dampen my sponges. You know how many times I thought about it too. Now, a trick you can do to kind of fill and cover dark under eyes is by adding layers of cream. So you first build up, like put under eye cream on, let it sink in. Put under eye cream on, let it sink in, and then maybe go in for a third time. But then you know, you can put actually put your eye primer, not necessarily a paint pot, but you can put like a tacky primer, like, you know, the Too Faced eye primer or something like that, actually underneath your eyes if you're having a hard time with product sticking or creasing or anything like that. But you can actually layer your color correctors, and then you do your foundation, and then you do your concealer or highlighting. You can do multiple steps. You can do your, once you're into your makeup, you can do your oh my god, your color correcting, and there are 2 ways to color correct, and then you can do your concealer, and then you can do your highlighting concealer on top of it, and that can really help fill your like divoted eyes, if that makes sense. If you don't have eyes that are more puffed out, and you don't get filler to help your eyes get more puffed out. So 2 beautiful products to help you achieve that would be the Becca Cosmetics Under Eye Brightening Corrector. So I'm gonna go in with my same brush, the Carity E32, and this is what it looks like, and it's dewy, but it does lay down a really nice base. My problem is definitely more puffy eyes than it is divoted eyes. But I do want to show you guys how to build in case you do need to build. And I have Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Eye Cream underneath, and it is so magical. Like, it is everything. It is so amazing. I can't believe that it took me as long as it did to try it. It is fantastic. So now I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid in Peach. I cannot begin to tell you how many tubes I have gone through of these over the years. It is unbelievable. This is a hard ride or die product, and nothing has ever been able to replace this. And this is thicker, more opaque, and definitely a true color corrector. You can see how much more intense that is versus this side. We're going full beat. Remember, this isn't light coverage. We're wearing makeup. We're not trying to pretend like we're not. But we're making it look beautiful, just like flawless. Then women often suffer from redness around the nose just because of hormonal issues. It's more common in women than men. So go ahead and feel free to color correct around your nose. Mine is extra red from the amount of blowing my nose I've had to do the last 2 weeks. And I'm suffering from hormonal breakouts down here too. This is an IT Cosmetics. Wow, it is so worn off. I bought it from Ulta, and it is one of their concealer brushes. There's no number. You can take excess and just kind of stamp along your face too. I love doing that trick. No, there's a hair. And if you're afraid of too much creasing, just don't take your products right under the lash line, because that's all going to be covered by eyeshadow anyway. Now if I had my sponge already dampened, I would go over this. It's not necessary like day to day, but I have to go dampen it now. Now all we've done is primed, oh my gosh, and color corrected, and look at how much more alive I look and not deathly sick. So like when you're healthy and all you do are those two steps, you wouldn't even really need makeup. Like honestly, you could, I mean that's makeup, but you wouldn't need like to do even more if you really are in a hurry and you just want to look like a little bit more perfected. Boom. Mascara, maybe your brows, some lip gloss, and you're done. So I'm gonna go dampen my sponges and I'll be right back. All right, now it's time for foundation, and so to just blank canvas everything, I'm gonna take my Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation in the shade number 1.1, Skin Tone Fair Light, Undertone Neutral. And this is just like the bomb. Now, if I have a blemish, thank goodness today I don't, I will take some Dermacol, and this is in the shade, it doesn't tell you. Wow, I really have no idea. It must have been on the box. But I take a little bit of this and I add it to cover up a pimple if I need to. Today I don't need to, thank goodness, but I will add that in if I have to. So taking my Studio Skin, I'm gonna put it on my paw palette. You can buy these from Beautylish. Since I'm so sick and I haven't actually done makeup in so many weeks, I'm like, am I missing a step? Am I forgetting anything? Okay, we'll start there. I'm gonna take my, this is not my Zoeva, my Zoeva 102 Silk Finish brush to initially start buffing this foundation out. You never want to forget your neck or your ears. And of course, if you're wearing any kind of shirt or dress that goes further than just your neck, you want to bring the foundation down there as well. Now I'm going to take my Dose of Colors Seamless Beauty Sponge and go over everything. Really push that foundation in, get rid of any excess foundation. Even when I try to get my baby hair up. Now this is going to be hard to blend because I actually have so much eyebrow hair that I did not take care of. So usually I just go right in with a sponge, but if you do use a brush, you are going to get the most coverage out of it, and then going in with a beauty blender is going to help ensure that seamless finish and that any excess product gets picked up at the very end. So if you're going to try to go as full beat and flawless as possible, these are the steps that you do want to take. It's a lot. But if you're getting all glam, Christmas parties, New Year's Eve, this is what you want to do. Now, the Tom Ford Emotion Proof Concealer is the best, and I take shade number 1.0 Alabaster. Again, you don't need to do this technique. I happen to love this technique, so I do it, but you do you. And again, you don't need to take it all the way up under the lash line if you're worried about creasing. See how it just starts melting into the skin already? It's beautiful. I'm just gonna let it sit for a second. Oh, look at what my nail tech did with my nails. She made this Christmas tree and then put a star on top. Isn't that so cool? And then took the same color as the rest of my nails and made ornaments out of it. And I'm so excited because now that I got into such like the Christmas mode with my pink tree and you guys are loving it, I ordered a 6-foot beautiful, like the pink color, the tree itself, everything is so gorgeous, and it'll be here in a couple of days. And then I have like a box of ornaments that I couldn't put on this tree, so we're gonna have a fabulous tree for at least a week of filming, and then next year, all of December, she's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. Take my Dose of Colors Seamless Beauty Sponge. They're so airbrushed and so beautiful. So this is what we're looking like. Good spot. So now I'm going to quickly set under my eyes using my Anna Sui powder in lavender, or also R200. I ordered the wrong case for this yet again. So I think I actually just have the wrong powder, and this is actually the case, and I need to order a different powder because I have now 2 beautiful cases and no actual correct powder to go with it, which is awesome. All right. I usually set my eyes with just like any setting powder, but I think I'll just set it with this since we're here. Get rid of all the creases first. Oh wait, no, I skipped a step. Huh. Then I take a little bit of the concealer. I knew I'm gonna miss something because I'm just not feeling well on my palette. And I mix a little bit of the Urban Decay Stay Naked Pro Customizer in Pure White. And then I take the Fenty Beauty concealer brush, number 180, but this is strictly for the inner corners. And I mix those together just to brighten this area up. By the time we are done highlighting and doing the eye look, it will not be so white, but this really makes a huge difference. I cannot even tell you. All right, so now I'm gonna get rid of all the creases since putting the MAC on up here. Now, you don't want to bake under your eyes unless you're technically like 25 and under. just like being honest, throwing it out there. Baking is not something that we can really get away with once we're in our 30s and above. So I'm taking this Goss brush. This was an anniversary brush last year, and this lavender powder, and I'm just gonna set. And this is the most beautiful brightening and setting powder. I don't usually set my eye with the purple, but we're just here. I usually take a powder out of my, like a contour powder or setting powder or whatever, but I just don't want to have to get rid of wrinkles and creases again. And it's not gonna affect the eyeshadow, so it's okay. It's just so smooth. Now, I really cannot recommend this powder enough, but if you guys really need, actually, I'll use that powder right now. I just thought of it. Something like really quick, budget on a dime, something that's gonna brighten, that you're my shade and you cannot find a banana powder. Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder is the lightest banana powder. It's like nearly translucent, but it is banana. And it will brighten up your under eyes without being banana and darkening them. So this works too. This was always my trick until I found this beautiful Anasui lavender brightening powder. So you can always use this as well, and it's super affordable and it works. It locks it down, so why not? But the Anasui is better if you're able to get it. All right, now before we set the rest of the base, we are going to cream contour using the ABH Stick Foundation in Mink. I can take this off now. You've been good to me, my friend. Now, when you contour, you want to go from the tip of your ear, and then you want to stop before you get to the outer corner of your eye. That's kind of your guide. Is leaky again. I do not contour my nose, so I don't have any tips or tricks for you guys on nose contour, except when it comes to eyeshadow. If you've watched my tutorials, I bring my eyeshadow down here, and that can help kind of like bring in the contour for your shadow into your nose. But aside from that, I have like a cute little nose from my mom, so I don't do anything with it. And I need to clean my lips. Well, I guess I don't really need to, but to contour your lips and make them look even bigger, this is a Goss number 21 brush. You can just outline your lips with it. I know, it's looking crazy right now. we're gonna get there. So I'm gonna take my Beauty Blender sponge now. I used to be so scared of cream contour until I actually tried the ABH one, and now I love it so much. For anybody who's scared about cream contour, ABH is really beautiful. And we're still gonna powder contour too. You can also cream highlight at this point. I find it so depends on the weather for me, whether it breaks apart or not. So sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I'm not going to today. And you'd want to do it before setting any powder down, just to be safe. My baby hairs. When you're blending, you want to blend upward, never down. But see how this cream contour is just such a beautiful product? And you can just get like such a great blend where it's almost not even there. Such a great base. Okay, I'm gonna quickly wipe away everything that's on my lips and be right back. All right, another powder that is amazing for blurring out pores is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Matte Powder Foundation. I'm in the shade 1N0 Porcelain. So I'll take a little bit of that on my Beauty Blender, dab some off, and then put it in the porous areas. And it just like erases them. But now what I actually set my face with is my Lancome Radiant Smoothing Powder in La Pêche. I don't have much of a relationship with Lancome anymore. Not really sure what happened. It's like they kind of dropped me when I got sick. So I don't know what's going on anymore. But the last that I just dropped the remote. I had spoken with them. They said that this was not being discontinued. It was almost like they were revamping it or something. So for everybody who hasn't had a chance to try it yet, the last year they said that it was not being discontinued. So here's to hoping. And I know it looks like a crazy glow initially, but once you work all your other powders and you set your face, it gives you just such beautiful radiance. Oh, this is my IT Cosmetics for Ulta Love Beautifully brush, complexion number 225. Then I go back with my Goss Anniversary brush, take a little of that and set in between my brows. And by using a more dense brush, that also kind of gives me a pre-highlight. You can use this as a highlight too. Ooh. This isn't the right brush, but absolutely, if you like a subtle glow, you could totally use it on its own. Not spread it out and use it as a setting powder. It's very versatile, which I love, but you guys know I like my glue. Now at this point, I would like to take a setting spray and just kind of rehydrate. I'll take either Matte Fix Plus or my Bobbi Brown Primer Plus Hydrating 3-in-1 setting spray. I'm gonna take the Bobbi Brown right now. Alright, this eye is running so badly, but I'm gonna let it keep running and then just try to fix it at the end. So now we're gonna go into powder contour and we're gonna draw it in first, and then we're gonna test out first step with the Goss brush. We're gonna use it for a few things. We're gonna try it with blending out the contour. We're gonna try it with some highlight. We're gonna try it with sweeping everything together. We're gonna try it with some bronzer. We're gonna put her to the test, which is why I have two. So first, taking my Luxie 130 Detailed Angled Blender, I'm gonna stick to my oldie but goodie Dior Backstage contour palette. I always take the shade Contour Light. It works out perfectly for me, and we're gonna do the same steps that we did with the cream. So again, from the tip of the ear, working in a straight way. Now, if you prefer hugging your cheekbone, you can also do that hugging motion. I like a very sharp, structured cheekbone. And again, stopping before you get to this point. That's always like a good way to go, and you want to keep it upward. Don't ever drag down. Blending or drawing it out. The Scott Barnes palette is really good, but I know that's super new. I'll still probably use it for highlight. I'll show you guys some other alternatives though. But this one I've been using for so long that a lot of you might have it. And highlight is so personal anyway. Now first I'm gonna make my lower lip poutier. By creating an intense shadow. Well, we have this brush out. And then I'm just going to take this Royal and Land Nickel contour, go into that shade and just bring some under here. Now I'm going to take my Zoeva brow line and dip that into the contour powder for outlining my lips. Now you guys know I typically use this long comb fan brush to get up in here, but we're gonna try, oh, no, we're not gonna try it. I'm never gonna get this into one of these little corners. Okay, so we're gonna use that to blend out everything, but I still need to stick with this little long comb brush. And it's not that I would, want to or need to contour my forehead, because I do have like smaller features on my forehead. It's just for cohesiveness purposes, I need to tie it all in with color scheme. So if you guys are in that same predicament, still bring your contour up, because you don't want to have all this contour down below and then nothing tying it in on your forehead. Now I'm going to take this Esom S33 and blend out the contour around my lips. Again, you do not need to take all these steps. This is me showing you full beat. I just threw on this Tarte, it's so cute, with the little turtle, H2O gloss in Pink Sands. I just really needed some hydration. So now I really don't know how, okay. I guess I could have possibly got my forehead. No, I'm not getting product. Maybe I did need to use more like my Scott Barnes contour palette, because I think I'm dipping into the darker shade. No, I don't want darker shade. There's a ghost in my house. I don't know if you guys just saw that flicker. I mean, the brush is brand new too, so maybe after a few uses, it'll have enough contour kind of built in there. Okay, let's see. Because you guys know, normally I use my Sonia G Face 2. And this really contours. And that's what I want out of this guy. But this pan is just so small. Come on, Dior, give us big single pans. And like, this is literally the only shade I use in here, but it's just so spectacular. Such a perfect cool tone. Okay, Wayne Goss, that is snatched. Ooh, do I have a few? There's a few bristles that are like afraid, but this is lovely. Oh, Okay. I see you. I love you. I don't love the size of this Dior pan, but damn. This is gorgeous. Holy. Wow. That is absolutely stunning. Why does my favorite contour have to be the smallest pan in the world, and now what is seeming to be my favorite contour brush be so large and in charge? It doesn't want to fit there. Damn, you guys, you need this brush. I haven't even done anything else other than contour, and this is just perfection. I don't know why I didn't think this would snatch it the way it's snatching it, but it's snatching it. I don't even need more contour. I'm just like, give it to me, baby. I'm gonna just stop playing. My contour's getting really intense. I just love this brush so much. What is happening? Now I do want to see. Oh, she gets her. Okay. Oh my god. You are magic. Now ordinarily, okay, I have a few bronzer options for you guys. Ordinarily, I take my Tom Ford bronzing brush and I go with this. We are just gonna try this today. My Marc Jacobs 104 Tantastic Omega Bronze is pretty much my favorite. It is cool tone, but still bronzy. Then my Hourglass Nude Bronze Light is another goodie that I really love. And then when I do want to warm it up a little bit, I love taking my Guerlain Terracotta Electric Light copper bronzing powder. Now it's not copper, but it adds like the lightest bit of warmth, and it is beautiful. So let's go in with Marc Jacobs, because you guys know this one is my typical go-to. Damn. I always like to blend my contour up into the bronzer and then blend them. Oh, this just feels so beautiful. And like, you can get the lightest wash of color out of this brush, or you can really build up the intensity. This is beautiful. Wow. Okay, now I want to warm it up just a little bit as I have roots and everything, because this is my last week before I go to the hairdresser, and I hate this week. It's the worst week of life for my hair. By taking the Guerlain Terracotta. And you guys see what I mean now by that long comb powder? No, you're not falling. That long comb powder too, how like I'm not a disco ball at this point. Everybody's always so scared about trying it, and then, I mean, there's nothing to be scared about. So you are a new holy grail, and I'm gonna still try the other one for highlighting. That's why I wanted two. And today I may have ordered a third one without even trying this one. When I saw the one after it was open, I'm like, I have a feeling you're gonna be good. I just think you're gonna be amazing. But see how much of a great skin day like this is turning out to be already, because these products are fantastic. Oh, we gotta play with blush too. Okay, blush. I have, oh my god, so many blushes that are, okay. Charlotte Tilbury, where we go. Hourglass, Sawasu, and now Scott Barnes are my go-to blushes. So whenever I need like a plummy blush, Hourglass, I know she's been with me for a ride. In Mood Exposure is my favorite plummy blush, but I'm going for more of a fireplace warmth look today. I know what palette I'm using, so that's not gonna be a blush that's gonna go well with my look. And then Charlotte Tilbury blushes are some of my all-time favorites. So we have the Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop blushers, are what they're called, but Ecstasy is one of my favorites. I have three that are pretty much my favorites. First Love, I just got my nails done and her compacts can be hard to open. This is like such a good nude. It is just my go-to nude. And then this is such a good pink. This is Love Glow. And then when I'm looking for like the best coral possible, Sawasu Radiance Blusher, Blush Radiance No. 2 Coral Harmony. You can get this from Beautylish. This is the best coral, just goodness. Oh my gosh. This part is the radiance, and it is not like highlight in your face radiance at all. It is so beautiful. I love this one so much. So I'm thinking more of a coral blush. And then the Scott Barnes Chic Cheek palette is so good. This one is amazing, and you also get two highlights in there as well. So like, I am really torn on the Sawasu that I've loved so hard for over a year now, I think, and then going with Scott Barnes. All right, I'm gonna go into Mango Fizz and Sweet Cheeks. And these are pigmented. See that? I did not mean for it to touch my under eye, that's for sure, but we can work it in. With your blush always keep going up high too. Don't ever drag anything down on your face. I just realized that I didn't actually explain what I was doing with my blush when I was tapping it over my forehead, a little bit on my nose, and over my chin. You do actually want to tie in the color of your blush just ever so slightly over your face, not nearly as concentrated as you have over your cheeks, but you do want to tie in that color just like you tie in the contour over your forehead, even if you don't contour your forehead. And if you do get carried away with blush color, contour, bronzer, highlight, you can always take some of your translucent powder or your powder like the Estee Lauder that I showed you, and just run a brush over top of that and just marry all of it together, and that will easily tone it down. Or just use a diffuser brush, and it's almost like a magic eraser that just tones everything down without actually erasing your makeup. This is Wayne Goss number 255S, part of his synthetic line. So I'm going to take the bronzing brush and just marry all this together. But then I'm going to take his brush again and just take a little bit of Mango Fizz. Now I'm going to spray again, Bobbi Brown, some hydration. Now I'm actually going to do my brows before highlight, so that way I can highlight under my brow bone. And I have quite the eyebrow combination. Now I'm also doing the Bobbi Brown because it gives you not only that melting into the skin from all the powders, but it keeps rehydrating your skin over and over again, which also really helps with that flawless base. And I just realized I should bake when this sets, just to like sharpen up the contour just a little bit and clean it up. So I will do that. Now I have been using the ABH Brow Wiz in taupe and the Dior, my camera shut off, the Dior Backstage Brow Palette, where I dip into these two shades. I don't use the wax, and that was my combo. But then Benefit released the Precisely My Brow in shades 1 and 2.5, and I've been loving mixing it up like that, and then finishing it off with the ABH tinted brow gel. I used to just use their brow gel, but their brow gel in blonde for some highlight. So now I use a lot of steps. And why wouldn't I? I mean, it's me at the end of the day, right? So we are going to just get to it with that. I haven't had my face this like warmed up in so long that I really missed it. Okay, my face has fully absorbed. This is the RCMA No Color Powder. I'm gonna have to buy another one soon, and I literally just placed like 3 or 4 orders on Beautylish, and I should have done it then. I'm gonna take my Esom T39 for a more precise application to get that sharp line. Now I'm gonna take it from the middle of my ear and draw a straight line. And then really press the powder in. Now I don't let this sit forever and ever. Okay, I'm messing up like where my brushes are. It's as if I haven't been in here in months and months and months. But I let it sit for a couple of minutes. Then taking my Moda Pro chisel brush, and then we will kick that away after. The ABH blush trios are also phenomenal. I've just realized that I didn't mention those. And the Burt's Bees blushes and any Milani blushes are also like top shelf, really good. Okay, what's darker, 2.5 or ABH? Let's see. I think 2.5 just has a little bit more reddish undertone, so I'm just gonna take my ABH in taupe. All right, my bake has been on long enough. This is an Esom T49. Now taking my ABH 7B, we're gonna dip into the lighter shade first from my Dior palette, brow palette. Now about here is when I'll go to the darker shade. And because I know that I'm doing more of a rounded eye, I'm not going to pull the tail out too far. And then the last step is taking the BH Brow Gel. Time for highlights. There are so many favorites. I currently cannot find my Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold, but that one is one of my faves. Then this Dior palette is the Backstage Glow Face palette. It is glowy and beautiful and buildable and just delicious. These LC Cosmetics Skin Reflector, especially in Golden Haze. As long as I stay away from the very last row, but all of these three, she is beautiful. The LC Eclipse highlighters are to die for. So amazing. Natasha Denona, everything Natasha Denona, especially the Super Glow. These are just, they don't look like anything, but they are like wet and blinding and just juicy. And then of course the new Scott Barnes Showy and Glowy? Glowy and Showy. Just amazing. I mean, I don't even understand. I don't know what he did with this formula. Now, I have an idea of what I'm doing for an eye look, but I need to quickly do a couple swatches on my finger because I'm not, I think I want, okay, wait, I won't, yeah, I'm gonna mix. Twilight Sand and Easy Glowing, maybe? These two? Shit. It's so hard. There's so many highlights I want to play with right now. And normally I use my Ray Morris Deluxe Kabuki #1 brush. Oh, I didn't pull out my Sonia G from my inner corner. I thought I did. Where'd she go? First, I want to show you guys on one side what the Ray Morris does, and then I want to play with Scott Barnes with the Wayne Goss brush on the other side and see what we get for a different effect. So I'm going to go into Easy Glowing and Twilight Sand. You guys know I'm like here for this. Doing a full twirl in both shades. Now we're gonna take the clean Wayne Goss and I guess just and let's see. Well, it lays highlight down beautifully, just in a different way. I mean, this one kind of takes over your face and your blush and everything, where the Ray Morris is more structured. So I like them both for different reasons. I think I would stick with the Ray Morris as far as highlighting goes. And I don't think there's anything I can really do to just kind of structure that back. This could be really good for like getting it all nice up here. But yeah, you kind of lose that nice, I think, anyway. It's hard to tell with the viewfinder. Let me look. Yeah, I can't see from this far away. Well, I will be able to tell better in editing, but I think I'm right. So I think the Wayne Goss brush is awesome for contour, bronzer, and then helping bring everything together. So right now I'm just going to try to make this side match a little bit. And hey, I'm here to just glow, but I do like my highlight to really pop. So what I'm going to do is highlight like a maniac on this side, since, you know, that's the theme. And then we're gonna take the Sonia G Sculpt 3. Ooh. No, that's gonna be too pink. Maybe we're gonna mix a little bit of Golden Glow, just like one swipe, but then Twilight Sands. Okay, now taking my Sonia G Mini Booster, Easy Glowin', Twilight Sands. Probably just Twilight Sands for here. Yeah, there we go. And see how I said earlier that stark white would not be so white once we got to highlighting. Now, anybody newly tuning in, I actually make my highlight part of my eyeshadow. I don't use it to like highlight the brow bone. So what I do is completely highlight the whole area, bring it down, let it be part of the eyeshadow, and then I will go in and just like really amp up the highlight like up here afterwards when I'm done mixing shadow and everything else, in case you're wondering what in the F I'm doing. I like to glow. right. Now I'm going to use Fix Plus. That was a lot, I know. Alright, so this is our base. It is actually extra highlighted from what I usually do because the Wayne Goss brush like really amped it up. So I do prefer that Ray Morris to keep it a little bit more structured, but aside from that, this is how you beat your face and get a full beat holiday glam, just like perfection, cut, highlight, glow, blush, cancel everything out, and then move on to your eyeshadow. I really hope that you guys found this video so helpful and that you learned at least one new tip or trick that is going to be so helpful, because even picking up one trick, I know for myself anyway, just from trying to learn over the years, one trick was like worth 3-4 hours of my time going to an event, going to a class. Like for me, that literally was all that mattered. I'm like, as long as I got one thing out of it, that mattered. So hopefully you guys got at least one, but hopefully more than one thing out of this video. And if you did, just please let me know like what you learned, what you picked up, what you might try, what you hadn't heard of before, just anything like that. I mean, I would love to hear it. It would mean the world to me. So that does it for this video. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.